What's good? What's going on? I'm your dude, your boy, your man, your guy, Pharaoh Dobbs. That's right. We're right here at I.M.C. Minor Mechanics. And today we're going to be learning how to fix the flat on the bike. That's right, y'all. We're going in and we're patching a hole in the inner tube. Let's get to it. All right, now that I got it set up, the first business I want to do here is get my tools I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using my ratchet wrench set. It's just much faster and easier. I have a 5/8 drive socket because that's the size of these bolts right here. So we're going to use this 5/8 drive and we're going to loosen up the tire so we can take it off and get to work. And when you unscrew the wheel nuts, you don't have to take them off completely. Just take them off enough to free the tire and get it off the mount, because we don't want to chance losing any pieces. You know, we don't want to take risks we don't have to. Now, when you take the tire off, you have to be sure that you take notice of what's on what side. Like the direction the tire came off is the same way you want to put it back on. Okay, so in this case, on the tires they have this pretty cool brake disc right here. I think that's really great. They got rid of the brake pads, which wear out. And you can see it's on the back tire as well. And if you want to make a note, you can say it's on the same side as the back tire, so you know which way to put the tire back on. But it makes it easier with these because it has to go on one way or the brakes won't work. Now you see here I have a set of patches and levers. They came from Walmart, just under $4. It's a good deal. You get 6 pre-glued patches with 2 tire levers and 1 scruffer. And I'm going to show you how to use these in a moment. On the back, you can see there's easy to use instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory, but the best way I love to do is watching video and do hands-on. So that's what we're going to do, step by step, people. Here are the levers right here, the levers, whatever, the tire pry levers. I'm going to show you how to use it, how to pry the tire and just get the inner tube out. Alright, so first what you want to do before prying anything, you want to locate the valve stem of the inner tube. And that's the part that's sticking down that you fill up with the air. The valve stem, you need to find that because that's going to be your starting point. Right here. Here it is, right here. So you want to start prying the tire right here. And again, the lever goes with the curve upward. And you put it under the lip of the tire and you pull it out over the edge of the rim. And you hold that one there. You hold the first one there, that's your point. And you take the second one and you do it. You do the same thing. But when you get it up under the lip and you pull the lip of the tire over the edge of the rim, all you got to do is push it, right? And keep it, just slide it along the edge of the rim. And that separates the rest of the tire from the rim. And once you get so much, you can just do the rest by hand. It's easy to do by hand, as you can see. All right, once you've done that, you want to take the cap off the valve stem. Otherwise, you won't be able to push the valve stem through the hole. So you take the top off, put it in a secure location where you can't lose it. And then you just push the stem up through the hole and you pull it out of the tire, like so. Now, I noticed when I pulled the inner tube out that there's air in this inner tube. And it's pretty good and it's holding. So I'm looking for the hole right now. I'm checking for any cracks or any holes because there's air in this inner tube and it's not going out. And also, just like cars or whatever, something that's sitting with air in it, the air can leak out as time goes on. So it could be that reason. Now I'm checking for leaks. I'm squishing it. I don't hear any leaks. I don't feel any air coming out. So I don't think there's a hole in here, but if there was a hole in this inner tube, I would get water with detergent in it, and just like a car tire, I would pour the water on the inner tube. I would pour it up there, and wherever the pinhole leak or whatever it is, wherever it's at, the bubbles would show, and then I could find that. But right now, let me, yeah, okay, so say the hole is right here. Not on the stem, but, I am going to take the air out. All right, so right now, you see me right here, I'm folding it because I'm going to take the air out. I have a air pump hose that's not connected to anything that's going to allow me to take the air out quick. So that's what I'm about to do right now. This is it. I hook it up to the valve stem, just like I'm going to pump it up. Clip it down and squeeze the air out. And like I said, it's not connected to anything, and I'll show you. The air is just coming out. And for those that have never smelt the air of an inner tube, I'm going to be the first one to tell you, it stinks. Now, once all the air is out, let's say we found the hole, and the hole was here. We're going to take our scrubber, right? You see that? And then what you're going to do is you're going to scrape right over the hole, scrape the surface of this inner tube, right? This is the scruffer. So you're scruffing up the surface to be ready to receive the patch that you're going to put on here. All right? Now the patch is pre-glued. Back in the day, we had to put our own glue, which was rubber cement. But you would peel this off of the paper and stick it to the right over the hole, and you would press it and mash it, and you will make sure there's no creases and no bends and no creases in the sticker, okay? The patch. And it bonds real good. And now we're about to put it back in, so you want to flatten out the tube and make sure it's not twisted anywhere, you know, so that we can pump it up freely. Yeah. And now we're going to put it back in the tire. And just like taking it off, first thing you want to do is you want to locate the valve stem hole, because that's what you got to put in first. You got to put in the valve stem. That's going to go in the rim first, and you got to make sure it's in there, because the rest of the inner tube we're going to put up in the tire. All right, we got the valve stem in, as you can see, right there. And like I said, after you got that in and it's secure, you're going to take the rest of the inner tube and push it up in the tire. So we're going to do that. I'm going to put the camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing. Like I said, I like the visual experience. So I'm going to put this, and it's fairly simple, you can see. And once you have that all the way in, alright, you're going to take it and you're going to go back and, well, any part of the tire, you want to get the tire and push the lip back behind the edge of the rim. And then do that all the way around for the rest of the tire so that we can be prepared and ready to pump it up. You don't want any tube hanging out on any side of the tire. That's why we pushed it up in the tire. Alright, so now it's ready to go get air. But before that, you got to find how much air to put in it. So if you look on the sidewalls of the tire, just like a car tire, you will see right here. It lets you know, inflate to 40 PSI. So we're going to put it to 40 PSI when we get to the air pump. So we're going to go to the air pump right now. Come along with me. All right, we back. We have the tire pumped up, nice and firm. Now it's time to put it back on. I know which way it goes and which way I took it off, so I know which way to, put it on. Also, the brake disc, it really helps me. Now I want to show you this part. If you're like me, it's not a big deal, but this is just me. This bike has special washers on it, right? The washers has a little groove, a little tail right here. And that goes right in that groove. See that? So, sometimes my OCD kick in and I gotta have things put it exactly the way it goes. It's not gonna make it or break it if you mess up and it twists off the different way. It's not. But just my preference. So I'm gonna tighten that up. And yeah, you see this? The disc, I got the tire on, make sure it's straight, see? It can flow freely. So, And then once I tighten it, I'm going to check it again. I'm going to give it a spin and make sure it flows freely. All right, so it's flowing freely, it's balanced, it's on right, it's not wobbly. So there you go. It's straight. So next thing I want to do, last thing I want to do is find the valve stem right here and put this cap back on. Make sure you put the cap back on the valve stem. Typically I would have done it at the air pump, but I left it at the house when I took the tire to get air. And that, ladies and gentlemen, completes how to patch a bike tire. Alright y'all, so that's the video on how to patch an inner tube on a bike tire. Alright, it's not limited to that particular bike. Alright, it's for any bike tire that has an inner tube. That's the way you patch it. You know, you just follow these steps, and it goes for mountain bikes, dirt bikes, 10 speeds, whatever type of bike you have. And I just hope that this video has helped you get your bike back on the road, you know, from the flat tire. Or even if you just wanted the experience or to learn, you know, go along the video and learn. I hope, you know, it has helped you in your day-to-day, you know, that you may be able to help somebody else. All right, this has been I.M.C, Minor Mechanics. I am your host with the most. That's right, your boy, your dude, your man, your guy, Pharaoh Dawes. And like always, until next time, take care of yourselves and the ones you love. Pharaoh Dawes out.